Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle Helidy. So today I use this baby right here. Let me open it. I used this gorgeous palette right here. It is the 35O2 palette by Morphe. Or is it like the 35O2 palette? I think that's what it's called. So if you're interested on my thoughts, my reviews on this palette, and swatches that I provided for you guys, as well as this look right here, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I already did my face. My face is complete, and I also primed my eyes and I set them. What I primed my eyes with today was the MAC 24-hour Prep and Prime Extended Eye Base, and then I just set my eyes with some setting powder. So let's just go right into this beauty right here. So this is what the packaging looks like. Just in case you've never seen it, you don't know what it looks like, I think that this packaging is super sleek and just like really professional looking, very like adult looking, if that makes sense. By the way, it just says like, it says 35O2 palette, it says the Second Nature eyeshadow palette, it has the new Morphe logo down here. On the back of the box, it tells you how many shades there are, which there's 35 shades, and it says meet your squad of beyond creamy, highly pigmented, super blendable eyeshadows. This fiery palette is bursting with off-the-chart oranges and boldly warm neutrals. The endless looks are up to you. Morphe babes don't just blend in, they blend the rules. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I see you, Morphe. That's cute. So this is what the eyeshadow packaging looks like. Again, it just has like that really pretty sleek Morphe sign right here, and it's hard. Okay, so I'm gonna open it up for you guys, and this is what the inside of this baby looks like. Look at this. Now with this film, it has the okay, if I can take it out, it has all the eyeshadow shades on them, but what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm gonna like glue it onto this, just so whenever I'm doing a tutorial or something, I have that accessibility to, you know, just tell you guys which colors which and stuff like that. I wish that the colors came in the back of the packaging, but can't have it all, so at least they're there, which is nice. So I'm able to, you know, tell you guys which shade I'm using and stuff like that. So I'm gonna definitely like tape it or glue it. I'm actually gonna glue it on top of here so I can tell you guys which shades are which. So this is a look at the palette. As you can see, it's very warm. Like they said, it has a lot of really pretty coral and just like red orange shades, which I really love. It has, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shimmer shades, 8 shimmer shades, I believe. Let me just count them to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so they have 10 shimmer shades. This last one right here kind of like tricked me, but it has shimmer in it. A few of them look foiled, and then a few of them are like shimmer. Oh wait, there's this red too. Hold on, pause. Some of these have shimmer in them and they look matte to me from the beginning. Pause. Okay, let me recount them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we have 11 shimmer shades. This palette also retails for $28. So you pay $28 for 35 shades. I'm actually gonna do the math, hold on. So with like tax and stuff like that, it retails for like $30. But if you use a discount code, use my Morphe discount code for 10% off. I'm just kidding, I don't have a discount code, but I used, I believe, Trend Mood's discount code. So I only paid $27 for the palette, which is amazing. Before I start this tutorial though, I do want to do some swatches for you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do, the first swatch is going to be with my finger, and then the second one is going to be with a brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you each row individually, how they swatch with a finger and then how they apply with a shading brush. So guys, this is the first row swatched. As you can see, this right here are the swatches with my finger, and then right next to it is the swatch with the brush. There are some shades in here, like for example, like these shades right here. They're super metallic and very pigmented. All these swatches here are all brush swatches, just so you can see that with a brush, some of them don't apply as pigmented. When you use your finger, they come out hella pigmented. So this is the first row. So this is the second row. As you can see, in my opinion, I feel like it swatched so much better than the first row between the finger swatches and the brush swatches. Some of these more metallic shades I believe swatched better with the brush as well, but I think that, you know, to have like that really intense color, you would have to obviously put some Fix Plus or some kind of setting spray to your brush. Out of the whole palette, this is like 100% my favorite row. Like, look at these shades. Colors are just so warm and like so fiery, and just, I love the oranges and I love the reds, and I just really love this like pretty bright orange red color right here. So guys, this is the second row with finger and brush swatches. Okay guys, so this is the third row, and I said the second row was my favorite, but low-key I'm really feeling this third row. So here are the swatches with, this is with my finger, and then these swatches right here, every other, are with brushes. I feel like this shade right here applied really well with the finger and the brush. And I can see already this is going to be like also one of my favorite colors. This shade right here, and then this really pretty bronze shade right there. Look at that. Whoo! Fire! This shade is also really pretty, but this shade right here, that's calling my name. So guys, once again, this is the third row. Okay, so this is the fourth row. As you can see, this row has more of like that warm, rich, fudgy terracotta colors. I don't know how to explain them, but you know what I'm saying. So again, like I always say, this is my finger swatch and these are the brush swatches, every other. I think this last shade right here is the one that like best swatched. Ew, my finger's dirty. Is the one that best swatched with a brush, and I feel like this color also did a pretty good job at swatching with the brush. So this is the fourth row. So guys, this is the last row. Again, has a lot, like tons and tons of warm shades. I think that it swatched pretty good between the finger swatches and the brush swatches. I will say that this color right here, which is called Whiz, that's a really black shade, and it did like a phenomenal job in my opinion with the finger swatch and the brush swatch. So I feel like all in all, like this row is pigmented, but it's not the most pigmented out of the whole palette. But I do feel like this row includes a ton of warm, really beautiful shades. So it's not my favorite row, but I'm not gonna say that I won't be using this row a lot, just because it includes so many beautiful brown and warm shades. Okay guys, so now that I swatched all of that for you, my arm hurts. I don't know how people do this. Let's get right into this tutorial. Okay, so I think that I'm gonna start off with this really pretty color right here, which is the first shade, and it is called Universal. And I'm going to apply this shade with my Sigma E40 tapered brush. Oh, this is a really pretty shade, like a really pretty transition shade. Next, I'm gonna go in with this really pretty shade right here, which is called Orb. And again, I'm just going to apply this shadow with my Sigma E40 brush and working that shade on top of the Universal shade that I first used. So I'm gonna go into this really pretty, this is like literally my favorite shade in the palette. This shade right here, which is called Brick, and I'm going to be, ooh, oh, look at how pigmented that is. I literally just went like, bloop. Okay, Brick. Alright, so I definitely have a lot of blending to do because that was really pigmented. For this side, I want like a little bit more of a lighter hand. That way I have more control with blending this shade out. Just taking my Sigma E40 brush and blending all of those shades together. So the next shade that I'm going to use is going to be the shade right here called Halo. And I'm using that same Sigma E25 brush, and I'm working this shade in the outer crease. So I'm going to go into the palette and take this shade right here called Chestnut, and I'm going to use a Morphe G18 brush to buff this color into the outer portion of my eye and the inner portion of my eye. I went back into that Brick shade, and I'm using my Sigma E25 brush just to blend out the harsh lines. So for the center of my lid, I'm going to take this shade right here, Bronzy, which is also one of my favorite shades in this palette. So I'm going to use a MAC 242 brush. First going to spray some Fix Plus on it, get that baby nice and wet. Alright, that was like kind of nasty. Okay, and I'm going to dip my brush into the palette. And I'm going to pop that shade on the center of my lid. As I'm putting this shade on my lid, there is some fallout right here. So I would definitely be, you know, cautious when putting on this eyeshadow, and or maybe like recommend you put on your shadow before you put on your foundation and stuff, before you put on your full face. I want to brighten up the center of my eye a little bit, so I'm going to go in with the shade called Pure, and I'm going to layer this color right on top of that bronzy shade. Taking a little bit of that chestnut color, I'm going to put it right here just to intensify that color again a little bit more and kind of blend the shades together. I'm taking a Morphe G24 brush, and there's nothing on this brush, and I'm just going to blend all these shades together so everything is blended nice and seamlessly and there are no harsh lines. I don't know if you can see, but like I have a ton of fallout just from the metallic and foiled shades in the palette, so I'm just gonna have to like sweep all of this shadow off my face real quick. I just popped on some Queen Bees real quick. Y'all already know the deal. These are my favorite lashes. And now I'm just going to finish up the eyes really quickly. So I'm going to go back into the palette. And I think I'm going to take the shade... I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Orb on my MAC 219 brush. And I'm just going to pop this shade right here. Wow, I will say like right off the bat, yo, you can tell the difference, right? It's really, really, really pigmented. And then I'm gonna go into my favorite shade right here is Brick. I'm telling you, I have a feeling that I'm gonna like hit pan on that shade within like a few months. I feel it. I'm also gonna pop that right underneath my eyes. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Chestnut right here that I used on the inner corners and the outer corner of my eyes. I'm going to pop a little bit of mascara on my lower lash line with my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. I'm going to take my Real Techniques detailer brush, spray some Fix Plus on this, and I'm going to go into the shade Pure right here, and I'm going to apply this as my inner corner highlight. So my final verdict on this palette is that I think that it is worth it. 100% worth it. When the 350 palette came out, I thought that it was an absolutely beautiful palette, but then this palette came out and it just like, I don't know, it just really intrigued me and it called my name and I was like, I gotta have it. What I have to say about the shadows, they are very pigmented. The foiled shadows, I'd be careful with them a little bit because they do tend to have some fallout, but I find that with any really pigmented, intense, metallic, foiled type shades, they do have fallout. So I'd recommend, you know, to do your eyes before you do the rest of your face. Personally, I feel like this palette is 100% travel friendly. If you're gonna go out and travel and stuff like that, this palette literally has every warm shade that you can possibly think of in your head, and I feel like you can just create endless and endless amounts of really pretty warm eye looks. One thing that I will say about this palette that I kind of wish it had, I really wish that it had like 2 more really light foiled metallic shades. Like this is the lightest shade in the palette, and if it just had like 2 more, just so you can have some options when you're applying like your inner corner highlight, when you're highlighting your brow bone and stuff like that. I think that's the only thing that I wish this palette had. Besides that, I'm obsessed with this palette and I definitely see myself picking up this palette every single day and using it every day. Okay guys, so this is the final look that I came up with using this palette. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this tutorial and I hope that I provided some easy steps so you can go ahead and play around with this palette because I definitely believe that it's worth it. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So guys, like I always say, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.